Hello world, from whichever time zone you're catching me from, my name is MD90. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification to all so that you do not miss the uploads that come up. And the easiest way for you to navigate the channel is to head to the playlist. You'll find videos curated for you based on your interest. So if you're interested in the Kutika podcast, you'll find a playlist for that. For news and trends, there's a playlist for that. Exclusive with MD90, a bunch of playlists that are created based on your interest. So the easiest way to navigate the channel is head straight to the playlist and you'll find what you're here for. Consider becoming a member of the channel. Right next to the subscribe button is the join button. You click on the join button so that you can become a member of the channel. You support the team on the production and a number of things that we're doing here, and we appreciate that. The United States of America has issued the following statement with regard to the situation in Zambia. So Emmanuel Mamba put up this article, and you can see the newspaper headline just down there where it says US raises alarm against Zambia. So this is the article, this is a news headline in reference to that. So they say the US raises alarm over human rights abuses in Zambia. So the Zambian 2023 human rights country reports on human rights practice in 2023. The United States Department of State and Bureau of Democracy, Human Rights and Labor Report, Executive Summary. There were no significant changes in the human rights situation in Zambia during the year. Significant human rights issues, including credible reports and of arbitrary and unlawful killings, including extrajudicial killings, torture, and cruel and inhumane and degrading treatment of or punishment by the government, harsh and life-threatening prison conditions, serious restrictions on freedom of expression and media freedoms, including violence and threats of violence against journalists, censorship and enforcement of or threat of enforcement of criminal libel law to limit expression, substantial interference with freedom of peaceful assembly and freedom of association. So that's the statement coming from the US with regard to Zambian things happening on human rights. What is Nebas Mumba has been issuing also his own points of view with regard to the impending constitutional court judgment of Edgar Lungu's case. So just a couple of hours ago, so this morning has put up this early today. Look, I know we may not agree on the legal permutations of on the December 10th eligibility case. So it's simply saying everyone is using the December 10th eligibility case as the preamble to every statement that they're about to make. So he simply says, but one thing that we can all agree on is that mangoes are the #1 fruit in Zambia, no doubt. And then he shows himself eating a mango there. So you can tell that particular post has nothing to do with the mango. It has to do with the impending court judgment that is coming up a couple of hours from now with Lungu's eligibility. And then earlier on, he had put up an argument where he was saying, confronting the narrative that 2021 election results will be cancelled if Edgar Lungu is declared non-eligible. And then as we await the landmark constitutional judgment. And then obviously people responded to that particular statement where he was simply saying, giving his point of view, and then he had to follow up with this. This is still Nevas Mumba. I've noticed people trying to deliberately twist my post. Here is the legal precedence. Kenneth Kaunda was eligible in 1991, but ineligible in 1996. Nobody went back and cancelled the 1991 elections. So it's simply referring to that precedence to say just because the Constitutional Court decides to find Edgar Lungu non-eligible does not necessarily mean that it will result into the nullification of the 2021 elections there. Obviously, goes further to put up an article and details of his point of view there. And then obviously, KBF has been doing a lot of drama saying, just no Wufi, who is really talking about there. So he's been doing a lot of jabs at President Hakainde Hichilema, to which obviously State House has finally responded. KBF elitism and distasteful attack on Zambian villagers and values. So, Grace on Amasaka, Chief Communication Specialist at State House, finally responded to KBF with that. And then he says, Kevin Fuewa, a leader of the Zambia Must Prosper movement, has recently stirred up controversy in remarks of many Zambians have found the meaning of rural communities and constitute more than 50% of our population. So KBF earlier on had simply said that, as you saw that earlier statement where he's saying, I'm younger family no more, if he just licks his lips, just know he's about to lie. Saying, considering that the fact that the President Haka Ilechim originates from a village background, he lies like one person from an urban area, and then he gave an example of someone coming from Kopala. And then so he's saying, how come Nizimi is representing the village communities with the lies that he tells to Zambians? And that's what Grace Onamasaka was responding to there. What is Mausampa was also given his point of view with regard to the constitutional court case that is coming up. So about Edgar Chagwa-Lungu's 10th December constitutional court ruling and potential presidential by-elections before the end of March 2025 by Mao's Walia Sampa, member of parliament. Most of us are hoping that Edgar Chagwa-Lungu's impeaching ruling goes in his favor on the 10th of December 2024, so that he can exercise his democratic right to participate in the 2026 elections. This is that the Zambians can make a decision via the ballot paper on whether they want him back or not. So regardless of any political party or would stand on, or which political party he would stand on. So he says, and then he says the same, he puts up an argument pretty much giving his own point of view with regard to the constitutional court. So Mausamba's point of view is that if indeed Edgar Lungu is non-eligible, the likelihood of us having by-election more high than not in that based of the constitution 2016 constitution amended version. But you can see people are just weighing in. Let's just wait. It's just a couple of hours ago. We all view and listen to the official statement coming from the Concord, and like people speculating. But anyway, everybody's entitled to that. And then I'm not shy to say that to you that I'm UPND. This is regard to the chief PND who made that statement published in the mass newspaper. CDF are being used to patrol private mines, UPND MPs. So I find it unacceptable given the increased number of murder cases. Obviously, this is in the daily evaluation. And then let's see what else is in the news. Government defends the ambulance purchase amid this controversy. So as you may be aware, more controversy are coming from the Ministry of Health. And the Ministry of Health has seen it. It was the issue of drugs earlier on in the year. Now ambulances, seems like that's where it's open to loot. And then also Tanzania to stop mail supply to Zambia overnight payment. That's in the news diggers. Anyway, that's the news, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just wait for the constitutional court ruling, the official one. This speculation people are putting across doesn't hold any water. Let's just wait. It's just a couple of hours away. That's the news, ladies and gentlemen.